I might have to.
Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain. He was always right, always tight.
Not always right.
Right, emotional co-host / producer / owner of Bluff City Media. Kenny Stubblefield, always in his emotions, addicted to nostalgia. We about to have a great Friday for y'all, man. About to wrap this thing up. It's almost 9:01 day, man. We're going to talk about that to wrap up the show. We're going to start about this right here, man. I'm just going to throw a topic that me, Kenny, and our guest today were talking about before the show. Controversial topic, man. My guys with the $2 podcast. It was $2, right? Or was it on?
No, it was the Daily Grind.
Daily Grind. Yeah, Daily Grind was on the other day. They were talking about who would be the Grizzlies Mount Rushmore, right? And the answer that whatever this schmo publication gave was the core four, which of course was Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph. I was like, bro, that is a horrible answer. And the guys were like,
"You're crazy."
And the guys like, "Oh yeah, man, I agree with that." Like, bro, what planet is John Morant not on your Mount Rushmore of anything that got to do with Memphis and a basketball? Like, what are we talking about, bro? So that was what I brought up to Kenny. Again, oh, they're right. Oh, that's right. I said, but it is not right, bro. And so Kenny brings out this schmo-ass, goddamn cakewalk-ass conference finals run we had in 2013 and said because those guys were on that team, that's your Mount Rushmore. It is not. Your Mount Rushmore is John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Randolph. And if you want to go Marc Gasol, go Marc Gasol. If you want to go Mike Conley, go Mike Conley. My schmo-ass producer came with this schmo-ass response. Bro, Tony Allen ain't no Mount Rushmore shit when it comes down to the top four Grizzlies players. But it's just not true, bro. That's an emotional nostalgia addiction answer. But anyway,
well, listen,
Kenny, I will accept my victory in that discussion. Y'all can put it in the comments if you like. I got a guest. Welcome to the show, man. The Memphis Tigers. Your Memphis Tigers, man. And the debut of some schmo-ass quarterback who been playing kind of football
hey,
longer
man.
than Antoine Jones. Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Some guy who been playing longer than Antoine Jones in college sports.
Jesus. Frank, get
Hold on, man. The Memphis Tigers are playing Chattanooga tomorrow. Speaking of which, I need 2 tickets. Y'all stop playing with me. Ain't nobody jumped in the DM and gave me 2 tickets. I need them. By the time this live feed is over, I need 2 tickets to the game tomorrow. I got a parking pass. If you want my son, hey, this might be a recruiting violation. I don't care. If you want my son to go to Memphis, we better be in the house tomorrow. Y'all better, hey, Silverfield, whoever, make it happen. Anyway, bro, my guy Frank Bonner joins us now. Frank, what's going on, man?
What's up? You seem a little fired up today, don't you?
Man, yeah, they got like these guys is crazy, bro. Dude, just say anything, bro.
I'm glad we got Frank on because he completely backed up my opinion in the pre-show as we were talking.
And he didn't have Tyrese Halliburton in his Mount Rushmore for the Pacers. So come on, bro.
His story crazy. His book ain't done yet.
Exactly. John Jaren's book ain't done.
When you ask me about a Mount Rushmore, part of it is the nostalgia. That's why people include the core four in the Memphis Grizzlies or whatever. Now, obviously, I don't think you can have a Grizzlies Mount Rushmore and not include John Morant. I do agree with you that. But the rest of them are your pick from the core four. You got to leave one of them out, but the other three are going to be in.
I love Tony Allen. He's one of the greatest Grizzlies ever. But you talking about Mount Rushmore, Grizzlies, bro? Stop it. Get man, come on, man. Cut the crap, man. Cut the crap.
It's not like I said in the pre-show. It's not the individuals. It's the core four. That's the Mount Rushmore. It's that core four.
Anyway, bro. My guy Frank Bonner's in the building, man. We're gonna talk Tiger football to start this thing off because y'all guys are unqualified to talk about this discussion at all. Russell Witten, I gotta get on your ass too because you one of the people that's co-signing this shit. Talking about Ja ain't did enough until Ja plays 60 games. But this man is multi-time All-Star, All-NBA, and y'all talk about what he got to do. He's done it at 25, bro. And Tony Allen was freaking 35 when they first came to Memphis, bro. What are y'all talking about? Anyway, bro.
No, I agree with you with Ja, though. I'm not saying Ja shouldn't
this conversation, bro. Let me. Bro, James Jackson Jr. is a multi-time All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year at 25 years old. Tony Allen and Zach Randolph was 30 when they got here, bro. And what are we talking, bro? Get out of my face, bro. Anyway, all right, bro. Frank, appreciate you coming on today, man. The Memphis Tigers playing a bunch of Smos on Saturday. I need to be in the house. I need y'all to remember that. I need the DM to be ringing for those 2 tickets. But Frank, what are your overall thoughts about what you've seen? Nobody in the city probably has seen this team as up close as you have. What are your thoughts on what you've seen so far as the Tigers prepare to take on Chattanooga tomorrow?
I mean, well, for starters, your offense has a lot of unproven talent there outside of the running back position. You've got some guys who have played a lot of snaps at other places. The receiver room is going to be interesting, right? I think the receiver room is going to be fast, but there's no C.J. Smith on the depth chart as of right now. Mm-hmm. Ryan said it's because of some battling injuries. So that was a bummer. I was really excited to see him get out there and see if he can take the top off the defense. But you still got a guy like Jamari Hawkins who also has some really good speed. So I'm waiting to see if this amount of speed on the offense, on the top of the fact that you've got a dual threat quarterback, if Tim Cramsey's going to get a little bit more interesting with this play call. And they're playing Chattanooga this Saturday, so I don't necessarily anticipate seeing a whole bunch of creativity because you don't have to put all that on film until you play Arkansas. But I would like to see, like during the spring game, we saw some end arounds with the receivers, some reverses, and just, get creative in that way since you have the speed that you've been talking about all offseason.
What do you think is where do you think the line is? Me and Kenny talked about this the other day. Where do you think the line is as far as what makes this a good season, what makes this a disappointing season, from the aspect of the fans and also from the university, how they probably see what a successful season is for this team?
I lost you there. I think you asked me what's the line to make it a good season and a disappointing
season? A good season and a bad season. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, the bar is a conference championship, right? That's the bar, at least getting to the game, right? Like at some point that has to happen. I think it should have happened last year. You had the 4-year starter and the continuity and the roster and all that, but it didn't. So that's the bar, like a conference championship appearance in the least. Now, if you have another year like last year where you go 11-2 and you miss out on the championship, I wouldn't necessarily call that a failure, but it would still be another season that leaves a lot to be desired, right? I think Memphis has to crack into being a top 2 team to at least play in the game, and you would want to see them win it, but at least get there.
We all, whether you agree or not, we all pretty much understand the logic of Brendan Lewis, a much more experienced quarterback starting over A.J. Hill, right? Do you think that his spot at quarterback is pretty much set in stone? Like they're going to let him work out whatever issues he may have? Or could you see a short leash on him if things don't look as solid as they probably anticipate those things looking going into the season?
No, I don't think you're going to see a short leash, right? You can't have you went and got him out of the transfer portal for a reason, right? To be a veteran, to be that bridge quarterback. You don't necessarily want the quarterback that you anointed to be the starter to be looking over his shoulder at every mistake he could potentially make. Like that's not a recipe for success. So I don't think there's going to be a short leash or anything like that. And obviously everybody's waiting to see A.J. Hill because he was the 4-star prospect, and I get all that. But you don't want to throw a young man like that in the fire too early, right? You want to give him the time to develop to whenever you do put him out there, he's prepared, he's ready, because there's going to be a lot of pressure on him whenever he takes the field at whatever point in his career he does, because he was so highly touted and whatnot. And so you just want to make sure that he's prepared and ready for all that. In this season, you let your veteran be the veteran.
What do you think the mental state is of Sutton Smith, who's coming back from an injury, a guy who clearly is going to be a big part of this offense? He was before he was hurt, and especially with this team with so many new pieces around him. How big will his role be, and where do you think he is mentally as far as being prepared for this season?
Mentally, I think he's fine, right? I talked to him about that during the spring, and he was just, he was excited to be back and healthy. Last year was last year. Obviously, he wanted to be out there, but he's looking forward. He's looking ahead. He can't get back lost time, and a healthy Sutton Smith is a dangerous Sutton Smith, right? So I think he's going to be him and Greg DeRosier. They're going to be a 1-2 punch. They do the same things in terms of they're both versatile, so you can have them in the game at the same time if you want to, right? One as a running back and the other maybe as a pass catcher and vice versa. So I think Sutton Smith is going to be fine. There's not going to be any residuals of him second guessing himself because of the injury. Like he's had you remember the injury happened in the first quarter of the entire season, right? So he's had a long recovery journey to get over those mental hurdles that it takes to come back. So right now, I think he's full blown ready to go.
We all know that of course, the landscape of college football is changing. There's so many talks about restructuring of realignment of conferences and all those type of things. Memphis has that pressure. They feel like they may be playing on a stage where every game matters, and you can't lose a game because you're trying to impress all these major conferences. And of course, you got the college football playoff, which is also a major goal that this team could, attainable goal that this team could have this year. Especially when you look at a team like Boise State, who came out losing, last night or whatever. How are those pressures external, or how much internally do you feel? Even Coach Ryan Silverfield feels like every game matters so much to him.
Yeah, I mean, they know it, right? And if you talk to the people in that locker room, they'll tell you that the bar for them every year is to get to a conference championship, right? So that's the bar that they put on themselves and so on. And so, yeah, they know what the outlook is. They know everybody's expecting them to crack through and get to that conference title. You don't have to tell them that. They know what the expectation is. And so I don't think that they went into last season or going into this season being naive in terms of what is expected of them.
Athletic director Ed Scott talked about how fans have to take the responsibility to support this team, support this program now, even though they're not in a big conference and you're not seeing, a Big 12 schedule or ACC schedule, even a Pac-12 schedule. That even though you have to, support where you are now to get to those type of places, right? You have to prepare now for where you're trying to get to. How much of that sentiment do you feel is actually a reality with the fan base, like the level of expectation? How much do you feel fans are really kind of like geared up for this season, or do you think it's kind of wait and see? Well, let's see how we look before the Arkansas game or that type of situation. How do you feel about the climate of the fan base?
Yeah, I get what he's saying, and obviously that his comments make sense. But the pulse of the fan base, I do think the fans are, let's wait and see mode, especially because you don't know how this collection of talent is going to play together. And so, yeah, I think fans will come out against Arkansas, but for, this season opener on Saturday, I am curious to see how many people will come out, because I think it's a wait and see. Is Memphis going to be 2-0, 3-0, 4-0? Are they going to go 5-0? Like, people, I think it's going to have to be a bandwagon of support that people jump on depending on how the season goes. I mean, obviously you'll have your diehard fans. Like, I'm not saying that fans aren't just going to start the season not coming out, but in terms of the turnout that, Ed Scott and other people in that program want to see, I think it's going to have to start happening after the season gets going.
We saw South Florida come out and get a big win over top 25 Boise State. South Florida team is also in the same conference as Memphis. Does that just add another team that Memphis has to overcome, or do you take them seriously as a contender for that conference championship, or what is this South Florida team? Because I may be wrong, but I don't think they were one of the teams that was even predicted in the top 3 or 4 when it comes down to the betting odds for that conference.
Well, the thing about South Florida is it's going to come down to one thing with them: is Brown going to be able to stay healthy? And if you can if their quarterback stays healthy, then yeah, they'll be a shot. I mean, they just showed you what they can do with the healthy quarterback, and so like that's it. To me, South Florida's season is literally going to depend on his health. And so, as far as the game against Boise, if you're Memphis, I think you love that if you're Memphis, right? Because it gives Boise a loss, who was the who was the group of, what do we call them? The group of six now, the group of six favorite to make it to the playoffs. They've got a loss already. And then you get to play South Florida to beat the team potentially that just beat Boise. And so if you're Memphis, you're excited about that game. You wanted to see South Florida beat Boise the way they did.
Yeah,
Ryan
Silverfield and Ed Scott both have said in the last couple of weeks that it's pretty clear that they think that whoever comes out of the American Conference as a champion should be the representative in the college football playoffs for the G5, G6. That loss last night Boise State had, I think, puts that into more clear focus, right? Like that the South Florida, the team that was picked 4th or 5th, depending on who you look at, to win the conference, went out and beat the prohibitive favorite to beat in the college football playoffs, representing the G5, G6. So, yeah, I just think it kind of cements what Ryan and Ed Scott are saying in terms of whoever comes out of the American Conference should absolutely be the representative in the college football playoffs. So that only bodes well for Memphis, right? Like they still have the opportunity. They got to go win the games, but they're favored. They're number 3, I think, in the conference odds to win. So it's a good look for them, I think, all the way through.
Yeah. It was Boise's spot to lose, right? In terms of being the favorite to be the group of 5. And so when you start the season like that, now it's wide open.
Yep.
When you look in years past, the Tigers have had different types of identities in the past, where they're a team known for their running game, known for their high-paced passing attack, known for having a strong defense, all those type of things. What will be the thing that this Tigers team will be known for? What will be the thing that they stamp is their culture with this team?
Well, I think the engine of this team, particularly the offense, is going to be that running back group with Greg and Sutton. I think they are going to be the ones to kind of drive this offensive attack. Obviously, your quarterback is the most important player on any college football team. You need Brendan Lewis to play well. But in terms of how defenses are going to react to them, is going to have a lot to do with how successful Greg and Sutton are, whether that be on the ground, as pass catchers. I think it's going to need to be a mixture of both. But I think those two players in particular on the offense are going to set the tone. And then defensively, I've talked about Memphis linebackers all the time under Jordan Hankins. It starts and ends with the linebackers. But what I'm looking for specifically is that secondary.
Yep.
That's historically where Memphis has struggled. The secondary has to kind of take a step up this year if Memphis is going to try to get to where they want to be.
As someone who's, you're not a native Memphian, you cover the team, this is your job, you have a very unbiased opinion about this team. How realistic do you think the chances are, especially seeing, South Florida just beat Boise State, right? You know what I mean? So how realistic do you think the Tigers can win this conference and ultimately get in their college football playoff?
Well, I think it's very realistic, right, in terms of how they've been able to recruit, right? One thing Silverfield does is he recruits well in the transfer portal. So every year they're going to have the talent that gives them a chance to get it done. Now, the other part of that is, I don't know how much you guys have looked at Tulane, but Tulane's defense is going to be for real. And Tulane would be my favorite to win the league, if I'm just being honest. But I do think Memphis will be in the mix. Now, the issue with that is, in order to make the conference, you essentially can't have 2 conference losses, right? Ever since 2019, I think only one team has made the conference championship with 2 conference losses. And so that's the issue as you try to find out Memphis's odds is, are they going to win all 3 of those, or at least 2 of the 3 home games, and then not drop a road game that they have no business losing? I can't sit here and say for sure that I believe that that's going to happen, but they will be in the mix, though.
Yeah, for sure. Switching over to NFL stuff, man. Biggest story probably in sports today is the Dallas Cowboys showing how stupid they are as an organization, with an old ass man still making decisions for their team, and clearly making a spectacle of their team and putting nonsense and drama in front of actual making sound basketball decisions. Played around with Micah Parsons. Now he's had to trade him off to the Green Bay Packers. What are your thoughts on that and how it would impact the entire league going next season?
Man, I tell you, so my dad grew up, huge Cowboys fan, right? So he was the first call I made when I seen it. And by the time I called him, he didn't know. He was
Oh man.
he was bugging out about it. I think it's I don't understand that whole saga, what Dallas was doing. I mean, you gifted, and they got a couple first round picks and all that, but you're hoping one of those first round picks turns into a Micah Parsons when you had a Micah Parsons. Just keep Micah Parsons. But if you're the Packers, man, you're loving that, right? Because you're trying to turn that franchise into a win now mode. You got a player like Micah. What is Micah, like 26, right? He's I don't like. And if you were going to do this, right, if you were going to ultimately trade him, you should have went ahead and traded him earlier, where you might have had some more suitors who may have given you more, whatever. To have it be this drawn out, I just don't understand what the end goal was for Dallas. I just if you would have paid him earlier, it would have been cheaper and you'd have been done with it. Dallas, Jerry Jones needs to be an owner and not a GM. Go hire a GM.
Yeah, it's I've been saying it all my adult life, man. Jerry Jones needs to get out of the way. And I'm 45, Frank Bonner, so I definitely get it. You are an Indiana guy. You are a Pacers fan. Your Pacers, of course, went to the NBA Finals this year. We talked about that in the green room before the game started. Did you see the tweet? Very interesting tweet by Tyrese Halliburton when he said that the NBA doesn't count the lob off of the backboard, not the self alley-oop, but a pass off the backboard to your teammate. He said that they don't count that as a assist. Did you know
that? No, I don't think I think I did. I know you can't. Obviously, you can't. Like the most famous one was when Giannis was trying to get the triple double and he tried to do the fake whatever. Everybody knows you can't do that. But a lob off the backboard. Obviously, I'm lobbing it off the backboard to pass it to my teammate. Yes. That should be an assist. Yeah, I don't we've got to catch up with the times. It's not an assist. Yeah, we got to catch up with the times of what that means. Like I guess you don't count it because you get in a situation where if I don't know, somebody takes a shot or whatever and it hits the backboard and then a player does a tip in, do you count that as assist? I guess it's just easier for the statisticians to just go ahead and just say it's not an assist all in one. But I disagree with the rule.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a clear pass, man, where I'm throwing the ball underhand, well, I guess they can say that's a layup attempt. I don't know.
Right. It's just crazy. Right.
Because I'm like, my thing is if I do a bounce pass, that's a assist, right? If I pass the ball and you deflect it and it still gets to my guy, he lays it up. That's an assist, right? Because those things are inbounds. If that backboard is part of the field of play, how is that not an assist if I throw it off of the backboard? I don't know, man. I get what you're saying about it would create that gray area. Or was that a shot or was it a pass? But I totally think that's a wild. I did not know that they don't count those as assists. I didn't know that at all.
Well, I'll say this: you got to be consistent. So if I can't just throw it at the backboard and catch it and that count as a rebound, then when I throw it at the backboard and my teammate, like that has to basically what they're saying with the Giannis situation was that wasn't a real shot attempt, so it can't count as a rebound. Well, if that's not a real shot attempt, then me throwing it off the backboard so my teammate can catch it isn't a real shot attempt either. Like they has to correlate.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Like I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a wild rule. And I'm hoping he's wrong. I'm hoping he just was up high on drinking last night and just was spurting out stuff and didn't know what he was talking about. But I hope he's wrong. But yeah,
seems like
that's very interesting.
It seems like the NBA rules are still from back in the day when like Bob
before
Cousy
they let black people play. You're right.
when they dribble with one hand. And like you can only get an assist if you chest pass, right? Like no bounce passes, just a chest pass, two-handed.
You got to be looking at the guy. No looks, nothing. You got to be two eyes.
Yeah, you got to be two eyes. Yeah, you got to call it out. Like that's an assist. Yeah.
And no wearing glasses without a glasses band in the back.
Yeah.
You gotta have some. You gotta have them strapped up. Yeah, for sure. Well, Frank, we appreciate you coming on, man. We'll see you on the sidelines. Tomorrow in every game for the Tigers. My guy Frank Bonner covers the Memphis Tigers like no one else in the city. Well, Frank, we'll appreciate you, man. We'll let you slide out, my guy, for sure.
All right, somebody go ahead and get Sain them tickets.
Yeah, might need to. Hey, run me them tickets, man. Hey, man. Hey, put it on Twitter, man. Put it on Twitter. But
don't get involved in his recruiting violation, Frank.
Yeah,
don't
get a recruiting violation for my kid, man.
You know the university looks down on reporters getting involved in recruiting violations. Don't do that.
Oh well, yeah. Let me scratch that then. I don't want no problem.
And don't give him shit. Don't give me a goddamn thing, right?
All right, appreciate you, Frank. Thank you, man.
My guy. And Kenny, speaking of getting involved in the violations, man, when pests and bugs violate your house, man, when they try to come violate your house, man, call the good people at Grade A Pest Control, man. They've been doing it for about 20 years. My guy Reggie celebrated his birthday the other day, man. It was yesterday, and we had Dustin Starr on. I forgot to talk about it, man. Like I said, he's been doing his thing for a long time in the city of Memphis. Kenny came from corporate America, man, to come get them bugs about y'all house, doing these things with just products that are pet and kid friendly for your home, coming in just doing some great work in the pest control world, man. Don't be ashamed to let them know what you got going on.
Yep.
He's a homegrown guy who understands. He's not just going to come out and do work. He's going to let you know why he's doing it, what he's doing, why he's doing it, how long he's going to do it, the strategy behind what he's doing for your home to ultimately resolve your pet and rodent control issues. He's not going to try to sign you up in any type of subscription plan where you're paying $100 a month for him to come out there and say, oh, look all right to me. You know, none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's coming out with professional service. He left corporate America to come work inside your homes, man. Like I said, committed to excellence by applying human and pet-friendly products that are safe and highly efficient to meet your pet's needs. That's our good friends at Grade A Pest. And Kenny Stubblefield, I think you had some FanDuel numbers we're going to talk about for our Memphis Tigers, who are, of course, playing tomorrow. I do plan on being in the building. That ain't the ones we talking about.
No, we had Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, we had Dallas Cowboy
numbers. My bad. Dallas Cowboy numbers. Since they got rid of Michael Parsons, like some schmoes to win 6+ games, -250. To win 8+ games, plus 115. It's gonna be a bad season for the Cowboys. Ain't gonna lie. I'm predicting a 6-win season. Yes, I'm predicting a 6-win season.
Wow.
To win 10+ games, 320. To make the playoffs, plus 260. The odds need to be higher than that, family. To miss the playoffs, -340. I might throw some money at that for sure.
It definitely feels like
nobody play.
Those numbers haven't been adequately adjusted for not having Michael Parsons.
And here's the thing, man. This is why I say I think it's gonna be a 6-10 season. That's such a deflating loss, bro. Not just how he affects the team on the court, but how he affects the psyche of the team, the psyche of the organization. Like, man, we really. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, why am I risking my life for this organization? This is the type of stuff they do when they make an easy contract signing. This is basically like if the Grizzlies had Jaren, but way better, and screwed around with his deal and traded him for Miles Turner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that crazy, bro. It's that level of crazy what the Dallas Cowboys did, man. So
it's think about being we complain a lot about being a Grizzlies fans. Memphis fans are constantly talking about, you know, just bad things that happen as being a Memphis fan. It's tough
and being cheap and all that type of stuff.
Imagine being a Dallas a
resident,
a resident of Dallas, one of the richest cities in the entire country,
and seeing the bullshit they've done in the last 365 days, trading away generational talents on their team. Man, it's crazy.
The two main professional teams in Dallas have traded away Luka Doncic and Michael Parsons in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That'd
be heartbreaking if you're a Dallas. If you're a Dallas sports pro team sports fan, and you have to cheer for two teams that traded away by far their best players, by far generational talented type players. Imagine being a fan of those two professional sports teams. It's got to be so tough, man. So tough.
It's like the Grizzlies being up for, I said Jaren, a better example. Because you talk about a generational player. He's not an offensive player. He's one of the best defenders in today's NFL, right? It's the equivalent of Ja being up for a contract. The Grizzlies having the money to pay him, not paying him, and going to get, I don't know, Darius Garland. Like I don't know, bro. It's insane. Like, you know,
no, it's even really worse than that. Frank said it perfectly. They got back were 2 first-round picks, right?
No, they got a guy that's they got that defensive lineman. I can't think of his name. He's pretty good though. He's a Pro Bowler. But yeah, man. But that's how I did the guy who's also an All-Star comparison. But yeah, Elwood is celebrating in the chat. I don't see how you Negroes pull for Green Bay, but hey, who am I? that tells about who to care for. I'm not an NFL guy at all. I used to be, but the foolishness of the league, the Jerry Jones type stuff, and the way that Shedeur Sanders is being handled on draft day, those type of things is why I don't fool with the NFL. For those of y'all who want to know, I don't fool with the Negroes for Lease League at all. That's what NFL stands for me, Negroes for Lease. Wow. They are truly treated like commodities. But anyway, we're going to take a break, kid, and stuff here. But when we come back, it's going to be more the Anthony Sain Show featuring the three-pointer. We'll see y'all in a minute.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Just say whether we win or lose.
I think Memphis wins this game because
have you ever in your entire life had us at 10-0 at any point? No. This is unheard of.
This schedule
in the Discord talking about how ass our defense is about to be, and you were used to fuel bulletin board TJ, and they need to clip this in the hype video. He's got us freaking 10-0.
Built to last is the perfect segue into everything we were saying. It's not going to be a complete rebuild. It's a retool every time with Memphis, no matter what, no matter the position. They have too much money, too much recruiting, too much investment into the program. They're just retooling every year. It's never a rebuild. They could have scrapped this whole damn thing and just pulled in a bunch of freshmen and started all their young guys, but they didn't do that, did they? And every dude on our fucking roster, our freaking roster, outside of Chris Adams,
there goes our media credentials.
There goes our credential. Kirk assured me that we had a credential today. That's gone. Tune in to Tigers Untapped with your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Kid, I'm really jealous of TJ and Trey, man. I wish I could, because I want to really rock with Tiger football, bro. But I just can't eloquently do my thing like them. Like, I don't be knowing what they're talking about half the time. But I wish I did, bro. Because I wish I could say, man, shut this, man. I wish I could argue with them, but I don't even know what they're talking about half the time. You know what I mean? So I let them cook, man. So if you want the best coverage in the University of Memphis, Tiger football, Tiger athletics in general, to be honest with you, check out my guys, man. TJ and Trey show comes on every
Tuesday at 3.
There you go. There you go. Tigers on Tap. If you're a beer drinker, man, tune in because they do some excellent local beer reviews as well, man. Just a great show those guys have. Check them out. Also, make sure you guys come out tomorrow, man. Y'all know what's up. The college football Saturday joint at Grind City Brewing.
Tomorrow morning.
I'm probably pulling up in that joint one way or another. Me and 2032 recruit Gabe saying he might let you sign his cast if you come, or he might still get your weird ass on my face, because I don't know you like that. I can't really sign my son up for something he ain't agreed to, but
I agree.
He might let you sign his cast, man. But just another update too, man. You know what I'm saying? St. Dominic Suns, 2-0, got some more schmoes about it here, man. All I can say to Hardin Academy, man, pick a different school next year. I can tell you. Yeah, that's the only strategy I got for y'all. Just you should have went to St. Dominic. That's all I can say, man. and we beat them 18-0 out there on the road. Went out there at Hardin Academy. You know what I'm saying? Had to put the hands on it right quick. No offense to anybody who kids go to Hardin, but just put your kids in St. Dominic next year.
Go to a better school.
Yeah. Go to a better school is all I can tell you, man. But be on the same team Gabe on. That's all I can tell you. Gabe has been doing a great job supporting the team from the sideline as well. But Kenny, speaking of support, man, when you're about to get a tattoo, trying to get your story told via your tattoo or your piercing, man, you can't ask for the support of none of these rinky-dink, schmo-ass tattoo artists out here in the city, man. My good friend Jillian Melton, I saw she posted a picture. She was in Trilogy Tattoos getting some work done, man. But if you trust the best, trust your story to the best is what I'm trying to say, man. 27 years in the business, Trilogy Tattoos Memphis.com. It's a website where you can go book an appointment. I've never got a tattoo. My very first tattoo will come from Trilogy Tattoos. Their professionalism, the cleanliness, man, all those type of things. Just the things that you can stand on that they've been doing for a long time. The safety, all those type of things, man, that you can stand on for 27 years in the business at Trilogy Tattoos. Trust them to tell your stories. Book an appointment now on trilogytattoosmemphis.com. But Ken Stubblefield, it is time for the three-pointer where we talk about three things going on in the world of sports. Let's get to it, my brother.
You ready?
Number
Here we go.
one. Let's get it.
Penny Hardaway talks name, image, and likeness. I have not seen this. You've called me out for not having seen this article. I do not know what you're talking about. What did he say?
Kenny, I'm fully subscribed, Kenny, to
really?
To the commercial appeal. Kenny Stubblefield. I don't know if you knew that or not, man.
Commercial appeal? Which one are you? You said, okay, go ahead. I did not know that. No. I thought it was the Daily Memphian that put that article out.
I'm subscribed to both of them, bro.
Let's go.
I'm fully subscribed. Why? Somebody shot me a log in. Man, the city love me, man. I do it for the city. Because the city love me, bro. For real. Peter Hardaway spoke to the people, man. Today, Kenny Stubblefield. The Memphis Bar Association hosted a panel on the legal side of the NIL. And Penny Hardaway didn't hold back, Kenny, on how much this job has changed. In 2018, he said you could recruit a young man, have him for 3 years, 4 years, and your team was built. Now, the past 3 years is all transactional. Penny just said it, bro. It's all transactional. You have to re-recruit that young man at the end of the season because the money is a deal breaker. It's all about the money. Hardaway pointed out to the new world of athletes making six figures while in college. You got 20-year-olds making $900,000, living downtown, paying $5,000 in rent, driving a six-figure car. And if they lose, it's like, okay, I still got $900,000 in my Mercedes-Benz truck. Hey, Penny don't care, bro. Memphis has felt both sides of the NIL. They landed stars like Jalen Duren, Imani Bates, Kendrick Davis, but also saw things fall apart in the 23-24 with chemistry issues, and again in 25 when All-American P.J. Haggerty left for Kansas State. Kenny, when P.J. Haggerty, we gave him a substantial amount of money. Kansas State said, we'll give you more. We could have matched it, but he decided to go. That's the world we're in now. That's a little contrary to some of the other reports that came out, what Penny's saying. I'll let y'all dig into that on your own. But no, basically, the word was that Memphis had an offer for him. He pretty much took less to go to Kansas State and didn't really give Memphis opportunity to. Yeah, Penny was like, all right, bro, we kind of done with you. That's how some of the reports were out there. Yeah. But Penny said that is the true story. And with schools now allowed to share up to $20.5 million in revenue, Hardaway admits that Memphis doesn't have the same resources as others, forcing him to think more like a general manager. Penny said it's a challenge because they're paid athletes now, but still want to be treated like they're not. I'm like, no, you're being paid now. Things have changed. The discipline and everything that goes along with that lightens up. That's a strong statement to me because when you talk about guys who are going from traditional coaches to being now these coaches who are these general managers dealing with these pro athletes, that's a bigger transition than it is for a non-traditional coach like Penny Hardaway, who is a former athlete, former paid $1 million athlete, to now have to deal with these 900,000-aires. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see if that gives him an advantage or a disadvantage with that going forward, as far as whether him, knowing how to really deal with these guys who are now, pros, pretty much, and see how that thing works out for sure. Number 2, Kenny Stubblefield. I think this is about to piss me off, Kenny. Oh, no, this ain't the one. Ty Jerome, my guy, Michael Cole, wrote an article in the Commercial Appeal talking about just a quick write-up on Ty Jerome, man, and some of the things that he will add to this team. Memphis Grizzlies, we were a team who hadn't spent the mid-level exception, Kenny, since we had Kyle Anderson. Right. We, of course, know the impact that Kyle Anderson had on this team back then. He's watched as hell at this point of his career, but he was a great player for those Grizzlies teams after we got him back in 2018, being a guy that was able to transition over from a team that was a tanking team over to a competing team. It was a great pickup by Kyle Anderson back in 2018. The hope is that Jerome can have a similar impact, but in his own way. He has a different type of skills. He said that they'll need 3 things to come from Ty Jerome this season. One, he said, was elite shooting. Memphis lost Desmond Bane and Luke Kennard, 2 of the NBA's best snipers. Jerome is a career 38% shooter from deep. And as DeMichael was saying, Memphis will need that accuracy and maybe an uptick in volume to minimize the impact of losing Kennard and Bane. I get that. I don't count Luke Kennard for nothing. Like,
I don't count him.
Get him out of the equation. Get him out of the equation. He losing Bane is going to hurt because he's a guy that is going to be a big time scorer, big time shot maker. Right. So he's going to have to carry that. He's going to make Luke Kennard. Because I hear people say, "Oh, he's a Luke Kennard replacement." Hell no. Dude's on a whole other planet than Luke Kennard as far as talent and what he's going to bring to this team. Two-way playmaking. Interesting stat. Can he average 3.4 assists in limited minutes last season and can make plays on both ends? The piece notes that his hands are where he makes his money, with the knack for creating deflections and steals. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was a handsy defensive steals guy. I didn't know that was his thing at all. And he's a guy that can 3.4 assists in about 20-something minutes a game. That's pretty good numbers coming off the bench, getting those type of assist numbers. He's a guy who played on the ball in college, but he's been off the ball a lot in the NBA. I'm sure Memphis is going to use him both ways. I'm gonna make a statement that I'm not sure everybody. This may not be as much of a bold statement as people think. Scottie Pippen Jr. was our backup point guard last year, right? And he'll be able to do that as well this year. I actually think Ty Jerome is going to be on the ball more than Scottie Pippen Jr. will. When they're playing together, I think Ty's going to be on the ball and Scottie's going to be off the ball. It's more of a natural scorer and also defender. So that's just my prediction for that. And also, Michael Cole said he's going to add swagger. Kenny Stubblefield. Memphis is reshaping its roster identity, and Jerome's confidence can bring some edge. He shoots confident shots, said Michael Cole, and when he makes them, he won't hesitate to let the opponents know. That's something I love about it, because he did the same thing to us. Was tearing our ass up.
He did it
and was letting us know it.
And let us know all about it, bro.
And that night, I put out a tweet that said, Ty Jerome is what y'all think Luke Kennard is. Like, for real. Like, for real. The hype that y'all put about Luke Kennard, how vital he is to this team, that's who I think Ty Jerome actually will be for this team. But yeah, like, it's a great signing that you got. A very surprising sign that you were able to get him for that amount of money, that you did not spend the full mid-level to get him, right? You used the room exception or whatever it was to get him. And he's a guy who adds combines shooting, playmaking, and that swagger that this team definitely needs. He's a guy who's going to bring that edge. To me, he reminds me a lot of a Grievous Vasquez type guy, right? But probably a lot more skilled and being a settled player, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, a lot more skilled than Grievous. But that same kind of person, that same kind of personality.
Same kind of personality and edge. We need that type of guy on this team, man. We haven't had a guy who really talks and does the crazy shit since Dylan. You know, as far as making shots and then, getting wild with it. So I'm pulling for Ty Jerome. Tyrone is his full name, Tyrone Terrell.
Let me see.
You find out the man black, you start expanding that first name a little bit, right? No, I think it's Ty. I think it's strictly just Ty. At first we might thought it was Tyler maybe, or
it's Ty. His name is Ty Jeremy Jerome.
That's full name. Ty is his full name. But you find out, like I said, you find out it's black. You feel like, do I need to extend Ty? Do I assume that Ty is connected to 3 or 4 other syllables? You know what I mean? So,
that's funny, man. That's so funny.
Demetrius.
Tymetrius. Wait, are they long lost brothers? Like, what's going on here?
I tell you about that guy that refused to give us Ty Jerome. Say, no, how is he black? How is he black? Like that guy was like,
his name is Demetrius. I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's Tyrell. Come on, man. Good plan. All right, man. Number 3, man. This is about to piss me off, man. Doris Burke.
Yeah, man.
No longer with ESPN, man.
Well, she got removed off the A team broadcast team. The A broadcast team.
Well, if she ain't on it, who the hell is on it?
It's Tim Legler. They brought Tim Legler in, and so it's gonna be Tim Legler, Richard Jefferson, and your boy. What's his name?
Who's doing play-by-play?
That's the name I'm looking for. I'm terrible with names when it comes to that. It is Tim Legler. Oh, it's Mike Breen. Mike Breen's still on that A squad.
So why it ain't Breen, Legler, and Doris Burke then? I don't care about no diversity. I don't want to see freaking Richard Jefferson peanut head. Hey, bro.
I think
they dropped the ball on this, bro.
I think he sucks.
Yeah. Why are they basically getting rid of her for him, right?
No, because Richard Jefferson was on it last year. It was Doris Burke.
But I'm saying, bro, your big dogs are Tim Legler and come on,
Mike
man.
Breen.
Yeah, Breen and Tim Legler are your big dogs. Why is Richard Jefferson on there instead of Doris Burke, bro? That's the part I got issue.
Well, last year it would have been, if you had to rank them in terms of like big dogs, it would have been Mike Breen, Doris Burke with Richard Jefferson on the side, right?
Yeah.
Like Richard Jefferson, but the problem with Richard Jefferson is he is way too goofy and way too vocal, right? Like there's a level of like, it felt like Doris Burke basically got pushed off to the side where she couldn't even barely talk because Richard Jefferson was just going nuts the entire time.
To my point, get him out of there and bring Doris back. Hey, bro, that shit sucked to me, bro. That shit sucked. Ken Summerfield. My guy Wayno said Ty Jerome's name is Tyrannosaurus.
What do you think? Doris Burke creates a lot of strong opinions in NBA fans, whether they like her or they don't. Do you like Doris Burke as a?
I think she's awesome, bro. Yes, yeah. I think she's awesome. Like that's kind of wild, bro. That's kind of wild for sure.
The part of it that annoys me about the conversation around her is that she very clearly has affinity towards certain players. Like she loves Russell Westbrook, and that's clear. But it becomes this conversation around her of like the toxicity around like what she's doing with Russell Westbrook, right? Like the way that she talks about him. And it's like, man, all of these dudes have these guys that they have an affinity towards. Doris Burke was awesome in my opinion. I still don't understand why Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy aren't on that. I love
them folks tight. Yeah.
I love that crew.
Yeah, bro.
But replacing Doris Burke or replacing them with Doris Burke and Richard Jefferson, you can keep Richard Jefferson. I like Doris Burke. I thought she was awesome. Tim Legler's good too, but I don't understand why you get rid of Doris Burke. Like, where's she going now? Is she I don't even know. They haven't even said, is she going to be on like the B squad or is she still with ESPN at all? I don't know.
Yeah, man. I don't get it. I'm really disappointed that she's there doing anything with her as far as movement. My guy, before we go to the break, my guy Ken Darius came in and said, "Who is Coward's comp?" He's talking about Cedric Coward. Some people are saying Kawhi Leonard is a ceiling for him. Of course, Michael Jordan is the name to be thrown out as well. Yep. I would like to see him be Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby. Those are the guys I would like to. That's the comps I have for him. If he maxed out at being that level of guy, he's incredible.
My comp is like, I think we tend to take the finalized view of what a player is and say, okay, what's this rookie? Is this rookie going to be like that person? I like the Kawhi Leonard comp because I think they have the same body styles, the way they shoot the ball, it looks similar to me. Mid-range game, being able to take off the dribble, shooting the ball well from outside the in the 3-point line. But do you remember that San Antonio team when Kawhi was a rookie, when Kawhi was a second year? Kawhi was very clear how good he was, but it was still Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili's team.
Right.
I'm kind of wondering, like, that's what I would love to see I would love to see Cedric Howard come in and have kind of that rookie sophomore year Kawhi Leonard-esque role, where he's the juice off the bench, where you're like, man, that guy's the next dude. Like, he's the next guy up.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Kadarius also said, can he coexist with Ja? I can't see why he wouldn't be able to. I mean, he's not coming in, like we just said, he's not coming in as that level of player where we said, hey, go be awesome. Like, he's not gonna be a guy who's gonna be on the ball and taking the ball out of Ja's hands. He's gonna be a complimentary player. But I think they got him to be just a super role player for this team. High IQ defender, knock down shots, get in the mid range and score a little bit. I don't think that he's a guy who's going to be on the ball like that too much at all. But Kenny, let's take a break, man. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up inside the Sain brand here on the Enter Sain Show. We'll see you guys in a minute.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
(2014), the first team I started on, we won the Miami Beach Bowl and of course won the Brawl as well.
Yes, you did.
We went 10-3, finished the year ranked number 25 in the country.
Yep.
And 2014, and that team and those players will be honored coming up on Saturday. For those that don't know, that team, while it's not the best team in this run, it was the start of the run. That is a special group of human beings, truthfully. Yeah. I know we don't always say it, but there's a lot of pride there, man. Like, absolutely. Even though we haven't been able to like fully reap the benefits and rewards of what it's become, the indoor practice facility, the NIL money, the FedEx deal, like all these different things, there is a lot of pride where we can point and be like, if we never lay that groundwork, that doesn't happen.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
All right, Kenny, it's time for, welcome back to the show, y'all. Time for Inside the Sain Brain, where we talk about something that's on a brother's mind. Kenny, I got my tee on today, man. I got the tee on for several reasons. Of course, it says 901 across the front. This is also the 901 FC shirt, Kenny, the only sports franchise in the city of Memphis that I bought a ticket for in the past quarter century.
Wow. And they're no longer here, man. They're no longer they're not even here anymore.
One of those, man. Only reason why I bought one of those, because I got, I had my media pass, and they started giving me extra 2 tickets. I would take Gabe. When me and Julia started dating, she's like, "Oh, me and the girls want to go." I said, "Now I got about fucking 3 tickets." you making me look bad. You can't be breaking streaks out here, man. But 901 day is coming soon. But on actual 9-on-1 day, I think I'm wearing my black University of Memphis 9-on-1 shirt.
Let's go.
Where the 1 is the 1 cent logo, Tiger basketball logo on the arm. I think I'm gonna rock that Monday for 9-on-1 day. Speaking of Tiger basketball, Kenny, we got some FanDuel numbers for y'all. National championship odds of what these are. Purdue comes in at plus 900, Houston plus 1,000, Duke plus 1,100, Florida plus 1,700. Your Memphis Tigers, man,
all the way down. There's a lot of teams in between Florida and Memphis.
They're not fifth. They're not fifth, man. Your Memphis Tigers plus 20,000.
Yeah,
put a dollar on it. Put a dollar on it. They win, you get $2,000, just like that.
Literally,
just like that.
Purdue has the best odds at plus 900. UC Irvine has the worst odds in the entire country to win.
plus 50,000.
Plus 50,000, baby.
Yeah, man, for sure. Check that out. But like I said, man, 9-on-1 day is Monday. It's also Labor Day on Monday, Kenny. I'm super excited about that. I just want to talk about that. 9-on-1 day, as far as I know, is a pretty recently manufactured holiday in the city of Memphis. I don't think it's not 10 years long, I know. It feels like it's about maybe 5 years maybe that we've done 9-on-1 day here.
I have no clue. Whenever I hear manufactured holidays, all I think about is Valentine's, and I just go, yeah, fuck y'all.
No, but that's a national holiday though. But like,
no, it's
9-on-1 day.
Hallmark. It's a Hallmark national holiday.
What I'm saying it's recognized all over the country. Like Valentine's Day, everybody. 9-on-1 day is a local holiday that was made by I don't know, Willie Harrington is about who was in Tammy Sawyer. I don't know who made that joint, man. But I don't know how long it's been around. I think no more than 5 years.
Right.
It can't be no more than 5 years. Now that I think about it. But this is the first time that it's been on a Monday, and it's also coming on Labor Day, which extends. You get it's a 3-day weekend with it. There'll be no Anthony Sain show on Monday. So kick it hard as you want. I know I'm kicking it hard as hell. It might as well be 420, if you ask me. But I'm excited about that, man. The day we celebrate Memphis, the good things about this city, man. This city has a lot of warts, but it's a great city, man. Still a beautiful face that those warts are on, man. Oh, that was kind of cold. That was bars right there.
Yeah, some bars.
That
was bars.
Yeah,
you need right there.
Yeah, man. But
like a Hallmark card out of that bar right there.
Yeah, your face is full of warts, but it's beautiful. It's still beautiful. Underneath all those warts is such a beautiful face.
Yeah.
But nah, man, like I said, I'm excited about that, man. Get y'all some barbecue, man. Enjoy your day. Like I said, you're more than likely off on Monday. And it's 9-on-1 day. The Grizzlies got an event. I don't know if they're doing the big citywide event again. There's a lot of speculation as to why they won't be doing it.
Wasn't that didn't last year's 9-on-1 day didn't Paul Young and the Lee Harris, didn't they have like a 3-point shootout or something like that?
No. It might have been, bro. It might have been. But I know it was really dope. But I don't know if they're doing all that or not. I hope they are. I haven't seen anything marketed that they'll be doing it. But I know the Grizzlies are doing something. So yeah, get out, man. Just to celebrate the city. Do what you do on a typical Memphis night, man. You know what I'm saying? Just let's crank it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Bump your Memphis rap, man. Go get you some barbecue, get you some wings or something. If you got a grill, put your grill in. Ride the old school colors. Do whatever you gotta do, man. Whatever Memphis is to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Go do it. Go find you a hard head woman to argue with. Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever Memphis is to you, man. Go do that joint on Monday. For sure. Like I said, here at Bluff City Media, I can't speak for these other guys, but I know I ain't doing shit. These
other schmoes.
I ain't gonna call these guys schmoes on it. I hope they gonna take a break. But I hope you guys do have a great day on Monday for 9-on-1 day. Celebrating the M, man. Big Memphis, man. Hope y'all have a good time. For Kenny Summerfield, this is Anthony Sain. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, and we out.
Thank you for listening to The Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to the Bluff City Media YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.